Hello and welcome to my May bullet journal. So I had every intention of going through and showing you the finishing touches like I did last month because I really liked how I did that. But when I went to go and create my bullet journal, I came down with a really bad sore throat, and every time I tried to talk I was coughing so much. So I had to do this off screen, and I wish that I didn't, but I felt like I couldn't really push it back or else I wouldn't have this video out in time. So I am just going to walk you through everything that I did, and hopefully next month I will not have a sore throat so I can show you how I complete my June spreads. But let's go ahead and get into my May ones. So for this month, I wanted to go with a sunshine theme. I just felt myself really thinking about sunshine, and I always associate May with the color yellow. I don't know why. It's just the color that I associate that month with. June is blue. July is also blue. And so is January. I don't know why those 3 months are all blue and they all start with J's, but I guess I just like to pick colors for different months. Like August is always red to me. Anyway, you're not here to hear what colors I think every month is, but you are here to see what I did. So I wanted to go with sunshine, so I tried out all of these little sun patterns and I liked how they looked, but they were kind of starting to confuse me on how to count all of the squares, so I decided to just do a few of them on the cover, and then you'll see a couple suns throughout. And then sunshine is very yellow, and like I said, I always associate May with yellow, so I decided to get 2 yellow markers. These are my Tombos in 055 and 991, and those are the ones that I used to make these colors. I also decided to look up pictures on Pinterest because I really enjoy doing that, and I found some that had to do with sunshine or like the golden hour, so I printed those out. I also used yellow flowers, some stamps that I had that I think my mom got me probably off of Amazon. I used a stamp pad, and then you'll see a couple of these dictionary words. These are like mini dictionary cards that my mom also got me for Christmas in my advent calendar. So I pulled a couple words out of these two to use in this spread. So let's walk through everything that I did. I wanted to make my cover page pretty simple so I could fit in my checklist. I was going to write check-in right here, but I didn't want it to say May check-in, so I just left this part blank. But this is where I check in on the goals that I have set for myself throughout the year, and I really enjoy having this. I just feel like it keeps me on track of what I want to do. And over here is where I have my tarot spread, and for me thinking of sunshine and happiness and brightness for the month of May, I pulled some pretty not great cards talking about being unlucky and super drained in life and not really being realistic and being really broke. So not quite sure how May is actually going to go, but in my mind it feels cheerful. So I'm hoping that my mind and my energy that I'm putting forth is sunshine and happiness and not what the cards were telling me that it was going to be. So I was quite shocked when I pulled all of these cards. Moving on though, I set up my TBR spread to also go with the 2 readathons that I am participating in the month. So over here we have my regular TBR, which is for my TBR jar, and I can link that video right here for you so you can see what cards I pulled, but these are the covers of the books that I decided to go with. And right here is where I'll be tracking the prompts that I do for the Asian readathon. I am missing a paper. Let me grab that. Here it is. So I printed out the covers of the books that I'm planning to read for the Asian readathon, and I made them really small so that they fit into each space. So once I finish the book, the cover will get to go there and it'll be like a little completion mark. And then over here is Escape the Readathon. I am on Team Vacationers, and I wasn't quite sure how this readathon would go, so I left this whole area blank so that I can decide how I'm going to write out the prompts. We just got our first prompts today, so I think I'm going to write the 2 prompt options and then maybe circle the one that I choose and put the cover of the book that I am reading for that prompt. But I'm going to wait probably until the second prompt comes out so that I can decide how I want this layout to go, because I want it to look a little bit like an escape room, but I also still wanted to tie into the sunshine theme. And I'm actually kind of glad that I went with the vacationers. I didn't even think about it, but like vacationers, sunshine, the beach, it kind of all ties in together. So I felt like that was quite perfect for that one, but not quite sure how I want this to look. Hopefully at the end of the month I can show you. Then we move on to my book club spread, where I have put the word host right here out of this little dictionary set because I felt like Great Gatsby, he always hosted a bunch of parties, you know, so I felt like that word tied in to the book, which is Self-Made Boys by Anna-Marie McLemore, and it is a Great Gatsby retelling, but it is also queer, so super excited to get to this one. And then we just move on to where I put my reviews. So every month I have been leaving a couple of pages, about 3, to review every book. I print out the covers, and then underneath each cover I'll show the star rating and then just like write a couple of thoughts down. Sometimes not what I would want to put on Goodreads just because they can connect more to like personal life and stuff, but I do try and write reviews in here as well as on Goodreads. So these are my 2 review pages right here. I use the word happy because I felt like it represented the sunshine in this. And then we move on to my wrap-up page, which I love to have at every single, month. And I write different questions every month. Sometimes they are the same, but these are the ones I went with this month. What was your favorite read? How are you feeling about your content? What is something new you tried in May? What are some upcoming goals for your birth month? Or any plans, because June is my birth month, so I want to know if I have any goals for that by the end of this month. Fan fiction, reading or writing, I just want to know if I am being consistent with reading or writing fan fiction. I haven't written anything, but there is something living in my brain, so I do need to write something soon. Also, we have what did you watch this month. I try and write this every single month just because my goal this this year is to watch more movies and TV shows because I really slack on that and I have a whole list of things I want to watch. I just never really make time for it. Any new favorite songs? Probably the answer will be Taylor Swift because it's all I listened to recently. Tell me about all the positive things you did for yourself. Again, I'm really trying to fight those tarot cards and hope that things are positive in May and not as negative as the cards made me feel. Was May as positive and productive as you hoped? Like I said, I'm going into this month like thinking of sunshine, so I'm really hoping it's positive and productive, and I'm kind of on the up and up, you know? What's the news on your job hunt? I have officially applied to a job, haven't heard back anything yet, but I do have some goals to actually apply to more jobs and hopefully get some sort of interview this month because substitute teaching does not happen over summer. So we will see what's going on in the job front, hopefully by the end of the month. And then finally, the question I always ask, did you go to therapy? So this is what May looks like, and I'm realizing that I forgot to show you how April turned out. Going forward in months when I don't mean to be. So here we go. So I filled in my tarot and my reflection for that. I really like having a space for reflection on all of it. I felt like some of it tied in. This card still never really made any sense to me. So unsure what that 7 of Swords meant, but who knows? Maybe it will make itself known to me soon. Over here was my TBR, I read all but 1 book. When I got sick, I wasn't feeling super great, so my throat was gone, but I was also so tired. I was like bone tired, could not keep my eyes open, and the day that I planned to read this was that day that I just did not feel up to it, so missed out on just 1 prompt, but I did get everything else read. I had my check-in here. Loved Weyward, book club pick of the month. It was such a win. I even have a quote down here that was at the end of the book that I absolutely loved. Then my reviews were filling up quite a lot. I felt like I was writing quite a bit for some of these reviews and I was really getting into it. I did have 1 wasted page though, and that kind of bugged me. I wish I would have read 1 or 2 more books to get over there, but that's quite all right. And then my wrap-up page where I answered all of my questions. So again, I'm sorry that this was a short and simple little video, but I just did not have it in me to film a video and cough the entire time. That would have been so hard to edit everything out, but this is what May looks like. I'm, again, hoping that it is sunshiny and happy and positive this month. So if you hope that May will also be sunshiny, leave any sunshine emojis that you can find down in the comments. And yeah, I think that is it. I hope that you also have a wonderful May. Let me know if you have any ideas for what I can do in June because it is my birth month. I want to make this beautiful and take my time with it, so I think I will show you as I do it. and make that like a whole video. But anyway, I am going to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, which should be out very, very shortly. All right, goodbye.